1, 2, 3, 4.
What's he doing?
At a guess, counting
Counting what?
the seats?
5.
Apparently not. 6.
What?
Nothing, just joining in.
Hello? What's wrong?
What?
With your neck?
There's nothing wrong with my neck. You don't like my neck, you don't have to look at it.
I have a cut.
Ew.
What?
Nothing, it doesn't matter.
There is no smell.
This is not right. This is not right at all.
Good, good. This is very encouraging, very encouraging. I'm sorry to have kept you all waiting. It's been a bit of a backlog. Well, backlog's the wrong word really, since time isn't exactly...
Who the hell are you?
I'm getting to that. Now, if you'll give me your attention for a short moment, I have a presentation.
Look, this is all very interesting, but
You're somewhere more important to be, eh? Somewhere better to be. Good. Then I'll begin. Welcome to death. You will shortly be embarking on your transit. This can be a disorientating experience, but we do all we can to make this a safe and pleasant journey for you. Please listen carefully to the instructions and follow them to the letter. You are to select one memory from your life and present it to the camera provided. Once captured, the mechanism will flash. If all these instructions are followed, you will be united with your chosen memory for living and reliving throughout eternity. Thank you for listening. Oh, and I urge you to decide quickly, as the next group will be here very soon. Are we clear?
clear!
Yes, well, I thought I was. I'm rather good, actually, combining an authoritative tone with an approachability that would put the listener at ease, didn't you think?
Where's the door?
The what?
Where's the fucking door?
How do you know how absurd it is to threaten me?
I am not dead!
Oh, so certain, never been dead before.
I have...
And? Oh my god.
So who are you then? Death himself? Oh, if you like. What, you expect to decide?
God? Are you God?
Well, it's very flattering. but
The devil?
No.
The wood spirit?
No, really, these concepts are not helpful.
Please, I have so many questions.
No!
There's so much I need to know.
This is the culmination of your being. It is a unique opportunity that I urge you not to squander. Concentrate on the task, please.
But I don't even know how I got here. Do you?
Yes, but I'd prefer not to discuss it.
Oh, sorry.
I can't claim to be versed in the etiquette of this place, but I'm sure it must be impolite to discuss the manner of one's demise. Your chosen memory, please.
Oh my god.
What?
Nia, my girlfriend, I had plans.
Plans? There are no more plans. All you have is what you did. Did you have someone? Friends? Family?
Of course I did.
What about you? I knew many people. If you have someone that you really care about, then choose a memory with them. If you choose to remember her, then you'll be together forever.
But what if I choose something else?
Then she will not have existed to you. Be sure this is the most important memory of your life.
Of course I'm sure. A race. There was a race. The biggest race of my life.
Les concurrents sont sur la piste de départ. Les favoris l'anglais est aujourd'hui avec Gomez pour le titre.
And Nia's in the stands cheering me on. To my left, I see Gomez.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Et c'est parti!
I wrench the throttle and go, go, go! Second gear, third gear, everything blurs. The heat turns the track to pure liquid, pure acceleration. Everything around me disappears. Yeah. Downshift, left turn ahead, turn left, right turn ahead. Yeah, I'm moving up the pack. Turn right. Someone catches up with me. I recognize the green and yellow helmet. It's Gomez!
Gomez est la capable. Oui, il est au point de changer. C'est extraordinaire ce qui se passe ici.
Down the long straight, accelerate, open up the throttle and fly 120, 130, 140 miles an hour. I feel her arms around me. She holds me so tight. That's odd. Gotta catch Gomez!
Mais l'anglais reprend le docteur. Oui, il a fait quoi? Ne plus qu'à quelques mètres.
Alex, please.
Not now, baby!
Alex, this never happened.
I can win this!
This isn't real. It's just a game. A game we used to play. You never raced.
But the bike!
The What was your job? Monday to Friday, 9 to 5?
I was a motorbike courier.
A courier with a hell of an imagination. Sometimes when we rode through London, we'd see other bikers and pretend we were in a race. And you and your mate Gomez used to play at being arch rivals.
But it was real to me.
So what about me?
You on the bike.
Oh joy, I get to sit on the back of your bike for all of eternity.
Hold on. I don't have to have this row. No, this is my mind. I'm in control here. Besides, if I'm going to live a moment with her for all eternity, it sure as hell isn't going to be a row. Look at you. Crystal clear in my mind. It's like you're really here.
I am really here. 4 seats. 4 people.
No. No, not you two.
Oh, no. One final rule. No touching in the void.
That was no warning. We should have had a warning.
I'm sorry to have to say this, but frankly, you're wasting your time. Your chosen memory, please.
Fine. When I was 17, I had a really satisfying bowel movement.
You want to spend eternity taking a shit? Well, that's fine by me, but I wouldn't recommend it. Believe me, I'm only trying to help.
How are we supposed to know? All those years to pick out just one moment.
I appreciate your difficulty, but you must try.
What if we choose wrongly?
All decisions are final.
And if we don't decide?
That's not something you want to consider. There's nothing in your experience that could come close to the suffering you'd endure. So, no one? I'm surprised. We often get people who answer straight away, as if they've thought about it during their entire lives.
Why are you looking at me?
Am I?
You know what happened to me.
I assure you I don't, and I don't need to know.
Well, I suppose I did have the chance to reflect. I'm ready. I was 12 years old and my mother had guests around for the evening and I was to make an appearance and I wanted to look my best. I went into my mother's bedroom. I looked at the tools she used to maintain her perfection. Her powder in a round tin with a pattern of boule en vue. Her hairbrushes handle inlaid with ivory. I made my lips the same deep red as my mother's.
Sophie, what are you doing?
I was just...
What have you got on your face?
I want to look my best.
Come on, everyone's been asking where you are.
Mother, tell me how I look.
How do you look? You look lovely.
Lovely, not beautiful.
Come downstairs.
At that moment I knew I was not beautiful. Not beautiful.
It didn't flash.
I made my choice. Why am I still here?
Why didn't it flash?
Why that particular memory?
Yes, why do you sound so painful?
Because at that moment I knew who I truly was.
Did you? Really?
Yes, I knew if I couldn't be beautiful, I could be strong. It was a complete turning point. I decided there and then to make a success of my life no matter what. Who are you to judge me? Who do you think you are?
Yeah, who are you?
That is a very good question. Now, if you'd all like to think a little harder, I wouldn't want us to miss our deadline. Deadline.
But what if there was supposed to be some incredibly amazing event out there in the future, only...
Alex?
All this time, I don't think it was the bike, some stupid accident. Smoke. It was smoke.
We were in bed asleep.
And I was dreaming that I couldn't breathe. I couldn't wake up and I was coughing. I couldn't do anything.
A fire.
We were only staying one night. We weren't even supposed to stop. We were so tired.
I know what you're thinking. What a pointless waste of precious young life. But you must understand how you got here is irrelevant. You won't remember it after today anyway.
9, 10, 11.
What are you doing?
It helps me to think.
In my village I was known for my study. I observed things.
Why does this flower have 4 leaves and this one 10? Why 5 fingers on her hand and not 6?
Intriguing.
You don't count?
Well, I'm a little out of practice. 16, 17,
Don't
18.
you start.
Time is short. 19, 20.
I have decided.
Yes.
It is so obvious. My great revelation. In the beginning, the world was flat, like a plate. Life in my village was not easy, but the forest always provided. I I often found myself musing on the nature of things. Why, when I throw a stone into the river is always circular? Why do birds choose to fly in such regular patterns? And then one day I asked myself, why does the sun go down over one edge and come back up on the other? A sudden thought struck me. I took my spear and planted it in the damp earth. And I marked the spot where the sun's shadow fell, and then I waited. As the day wore on, I saw an unmistakable pattern appearing. So many patterns, so many questions. I had to find the answers. I was excited to see the elders. Why does the sun go down over one edge and come back up on the other?
Q2. Why is it that your family are hungry and all you bring home is food for thought?
Hi, Daddy!
Go inside, son. Dinner's ready.
I'm so hungry.
Children, stop it. No, wait. Go on. Q2. You see this pattern? The earth is round like an orange, and the sun rotates around it.
Is this a joke?
What is wrong with it?
Nothing.
But this is madness. Such a discovery, it changes everything.
This thing, whatever it is, cannot be working.
Or else it is as stupid as those fools in my village. Tell me, do you believe the sun rotates around the earth?
Me? Well, no.
No. You think the earth is flat?
Of course not. The sun is at the centre. Everyone knows that. The moon orbits the earth, the other planets orbit the sun.
The earth orbits the sun.
Yes, and the earth rotates once a day.
Impossible. At speed, we'd fly off into space.
You've been up a tree all your life.
What? Do you all believe the earth is round?
Like an orange.
But this is wonderful. I knew I was right. I was the only one in my village who knew the truth. How can I have a greater memory than that?
You really think your discovery was that important?
Yes. My people are wise, but they are too attached to the old ways. I always thought there was a greater world than the one we saw. Fabulous places beyond the forest where all my questions would be answered. But I was right!
I'd try again if I were you.
But
22, 23, 24. Anyone else?
Alex, are you going to choose a memory of me?
Of course.
No hesitation. Haven't you thought about what you're losing? If I don't pick, say, the chance I finally beat my big sister at chess, then I lose her forever. And all my family, my friends, everything I did.
What about all the things I did by myself? If I'm not there to remember them, they might as well have never happened.
I really must urge you to decide. Eternity won't wait forever, you know.
You think this is easy?
I never said it was easy.
I know. If we could think of a moment, something fantastic that we both shared. I have an idea. The day we met.
Yes.
Let's try, yes? In the park, by the swings. I was babysitting my best friend's kid.
And I was there with my nephew. I see her and I'm thinking, she looks nice, but she's got a kid.
And I knew you were thinking that.
How?
Because of the way you looked at me. And because I was thinking the same thing.
I start running these scenarios through my head. She's a frustrated mother. Her husband died for his country. Or he's so boring, she's looking for someone else.
And I'm thinking, what's he doing looking at me like that? What's his wife going to do?
A man walks over and I think, okay, all right, here comes good old hubby.
I didn't even see him.
He walked on past.
I'm thinking, if I'm out with my best friend's kid, then maybe he's babysitting too.
And I'm trying to devise a way to show this kid's not mine. Here, Timothy, Tony.
Okay, so it's not his kid, but that doesn't make him single. And the kids start playing together.
Perfect.
Jenny, don't get dirty. Your mother will be here any minute now.
Thomas, play nice with the little girl. You're a gentleman, remember? He's definitely smiling at me. Might as well show I'm not wearing a ring.
What's wrong with his face? Is he picking his nose?
That did the trick. She's gone all bashful on me.
Okay, let's play this nice and cool. Let him talk to me.
It is the 21st century. Maybe I should let her come to me.
Now what?
Don't tell me I was wrong.
He's not waiting for me, is he? Oh, Jenny, play nicely with the little boy.
Oh, Thomas, come on, let's build a castle.
Yes, the castle. Look, Jenny. And at that moment,
I knew.
I knew.
I met the one.
I was in for a wicked shag.
What?
What?
You were just thinking about sex?
Well, yes. But come on, Alex, you were too. Admit it. You couldn't possibly have known I was the one.
Why not?
Well, because people don't just know.
Sure as hell not thinking this know me if you just saw me as a good shag.
Alex.
Your truth is not her truth. It was the same between me and my people. When I told them of my great discovery, they could not see my intentions. That at last we could achieve great things. Instead, they turned on me.
I achieved great things. Of course, why didn't I think of this before?
Go on.
Oh, where to begin? Let me see. Yes. I was 21 and it was my first day at a new job and I saw myself at the start of a great adventure.
Ah, Sophie, bright and early I see. Go and see Jerry.
It was a little daunting at first.
If you send it BY30, you have to input the data into one of these cells unless it's marked current imperative, in which case you must remember to create a separate hard copy and email it to me, clear?
Crystal.
Phil, I could do those Tokyo figures as soon as you have them.
Sure.
Oh, and if you could grab me a coffee, I'd appreciate it.
Hey, Jerry, 2 coffees, please.
3 copies, please, love, thanks.
Those first days were tough, but I was determined. I followed my mother's advice. Meet the right people, shake the right hands, laugh at the right moments, and always be ready to make your move. My chance came at the Christmas party.
Jingle bells,
Wow,
jingle.
what a year. Yeah, it's certainly been a year.
Oh, what fun.
We were just saying how it's been a year.
Yes, absolutely.
Hey. Mr. Gray, can I get you a Christmas tree?
A large single malt, please.
2 large single malts, please.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Actually, I've been looking for an opportunity to float a couple of ideas in front of you. You see, the thing is, I think I've found a way to...
I'm sorry, am I interrupting?
Sophie, no, not at all. Join us, please.
I just wanted to say I heard your speech at the WGB conference and it was truly inspiring.
Really?
And then he said, as long as it's not with citrus fruit.
Citrus fruit!
Truly inspiring.
Thank you. Can I get you a drink?
Yes, orange juice, please.
Orange juice? Orange juice.
Perhaps we can continue our chat later.
Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year.
And your point about foregrounding ethical responsibility as a marketing tool really struck me. In fact, I've been thinking of ways I've been putting in some extra hours, you see. Devising ways that we can maximise implementation on that front.
Excellent.
Within 3 months, I was being welcomed into the ranks of middle management.
I've got this whole plan. Major strategy rethink. Here's what I figured.
Sophie, could I see you in my office, please? A couple of things I'd like to run by you.
Phil, 2 coffees, please, in Mr. Gray's office.
Sure.
The following years marked a period of rapid growth. I was responsible for much of the company's streamlining. And with an aggressive package of acquisitions, we are now more strongly placed in the market than ever before. And this year, I am delighted to be accepting your award of Manager of the Year.
Smile!
But my success, everything I'd achieved!
Were you happy?
Oh, please, I thought at least here we'd be beyond such simplistic thinking. I sacrificed things. I didn't want a family, nor a lover, not until I'd achieved my goal.
What was your goal?
Respect.
From who?
Everyone.
One in particular? I put it to you, you worked day and night. You rejected the advances of any men who came near you. You had no hobbies, no home life. Who were you trying to impress?
You want me to say my mother?
Yes, I do, and you have.
But is he right? My mother helped me to see what was important in life. Work hard when you're young, get somewhere, and then enjoy your success.
So what went wrong?
Nothing.
Really? So what about
This. How dare you?
I'm sorry, but this really is no time for self-delusion.
I did with my life what I felt best.
Any regrets?
I was a success. I had money and power.
That's not what I asked.
I achieved more than anyone I knew.
So what have you got? Where is it?
It wasn't my fault.
What wasn't?
My illness. Why couldn't it have struck at some tramp, some non-achiever? Why me? They told me how much time I had. It was pitifully short. Within a month, I was a useless, disgusting, bed-bound wretch. My so-called friends came at first, whilst they thought I could still be of use to them. But when they found out there was no hope, the visits stopped. Just like that. My mother kept coming, of course. She told me how proud she was of all that I'd achieved, and how bravely I was dealing with my own death. What have I achieved?
I'm sorry, but you must understand I'm only trying to help.
One day, I always said one day you'll be able to sit back and enjoy all this. But I couldn't stop. Even when I knew I was ill, I couldn't stop working.
In all that time, there must have been something special, a moment you want to remember.
It must be so easy for the two of you. I bet you have a million tender memories.
We're still here, aren't we?
You don't have to impress us. You know why birds can fly? Because they let themselves be taken by the wind.
Well, I suppose there was this time.
Yeah.
It's probably nothing.
Go on.
It was strange. Strange. It was the beginning of a week like any other.
Mind the closing doors.
A week of early mornings and late nights.
The next station is back. Upon arrival, the first set of doors will not open. Passengers in the front carriages will need to move to the rear. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Hey Jerry, send it over, send it over.
Okay, but you didn't get it from me, all right?
Yeah.
Oh, that is utterly gross.
Oh, whoa.
You guys are so stupid. He's going to be here any minute.
Good morning.
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 What's going on?
Jerry, I told you to stop sending me junk like this when I'm trying to work.
I went home, got back on the tube, and that was my day ended.
Sophie dear, it's Mum. I know this is terribly short notice, but the Smiths invited us to dinner on Tuesday. Young Ned will be there too. You really should...
Good night. That night I found I couldn't sleep. And I don't just mean I struggled to get to sleep. I stared at the ceiling the whole night. The next night was the same. I looked out of my window only to see people staring back at me. London became the city that never slept. And that was when I noticed people started forgetting the names of things.
Mind the
Gap?
mind the gap.
I seemed to have run out of...
Paper?
No.
Paperclip?
No.
What then?
Staples.
What?
You know, for stapling a...
Paper.
And as darkness fell once more, we dreaded the night. We tried everything. Hot milky drinks, that didn't work. So we tried exercise, that didn't work. We even tried counting sheep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And because we had not slept, we gradually lost a sense of time and everything altogether. The whole city had amnesia. Who are these people? Work. I'm at work. What is my work? Who are you? Who are you? At that moment, it was as if all our successes had been wiped out. All our failures forgotten. Everything and everyone was new.
What happened?
Where did she go?
She selected her memory.
Strange.
It's more than strange. If the whole of London suddenly got amnesia, we'd have heard about it.
Maybe you did, only the amnesia got you.
Seriously, it can't happen.
Unless it only happened in her head. Her illness, remember?
The scar.
But if it was in her head, then why did the camera flash?
There is some subtle magic to this thing. Why that particular memory?
Why do you think?
The memory, it helped her make an important discovery.
It was real to her.
But what about my race? That was real to me.
She actually lived through her memory. Yours was just a dream.
Who are you to judge?
No! The camera, it's in here. But what about my great discovery?
How come that left you here?
Yes. Science, truth, facts. Maybe these things mean nothing on their own. It is how we act on them.
What do you mean?
It's not what you think, it's what you do with it. That's what matters. What was I to do with my new knowledge? The earth is round like an orange. The earth is round like an orange. The earth is round like an orange. The earth is round like an orange.
Kitu, you must not say these things.
But it is the truth.
It is our laws. You are terrifying people.
Why should they fear the truth?
It is sedition. You have until sunrise to admit it.
Kitu, I beg you, give up what you've said. They will kill or banish you.
But it is the truth.
What does it matter? Think of me and your children.
How can you love me if I'm not true to myself?
Be true to yourself. In your own mind. Just give up what you've said in public.
Kitu, it is time. What have you to say for yourself?
The earth is flat, like a plate.
Welcome back.
The village erupted in celebration. The bad spirits had been banished from my mind. It seemed to me that to persist with my ideas would cost me too much. I resolved to convince myself that it would not be easy.
Ah, the sun is waking up.
Why do you think the sun is such a shape and yet the earth is flat?
Don't know, it just is. Why are there fishes in the water and monkeys in the trees?
My knowledge obsessed me. I needed to share it with the others, but they're all too frightened. Tell me, why are they so blind? The sun, the earth, it is so obvious.
Kitu, stop talking like this. Your brother is coming with the children.
Daddy, tell us the orange story!
No, it's not a nice
Will
story.
you deny them the truth?
To save them from danger, yes.
Ignorance is far more dangerous.
Kitu, tell a different story.
This is my home.
But Daddy, tell us the orange story!
In the beginning, the earth was round like an orange. But then a foolish, ignorant god who was not looking where he was going trod on it and squashed it flat.
Come on, children.
I knew then that I could never live on a flat earth. To be threatened and ridiculed and rejected, pretending to be someone I am not. I will sacrifice myself, but on my own terms. Not to darkness and ignorance, but to truth and its pursuit. For my children. And then suddenly, I see it all. A moment of utter clarity. Aura. A perfect, beautiful orb. And before me lies the universe.
Magnificent. I knew you'd come up with something interesting.
How can we compete with that? I never made any great discoveries or huge sacrifices. Are we being judged on what we achieved, what we learned?
All we had is what we did.
We did nothing. Where are our moments of greatness, our truly significant discoveries?
Well, it would be a little inconvenient if we were all towering geniuses. After all, what would the world do without its fools? Always need someone to make fun of.
I am trying my best, all right?
That's it. What does it matter that our memories aren't earth-shattering? The things that really mattered to me weren't like that. They were tiny, almost insignificant. Things no one else ever saw.
Like what?
Remember the time we had that totally pointless row in the middle of Regent's Park? Suddenly we realised how stupid we were both being. And I held your hand and we just hugged.
But is that enough for you? Would you want to live eternity in that moment?
Be thankful you have even that.
What?
Nothing.
Won't we get bored of it?
No, as I understand it, it's a sort of loop, new to you every time.
So what are we going to do?
Choose. You must choose quickly.
Why so quickly?
Because it all decays. Everything you are, everything you think you are, doesn't stay. Just fades until there's a vague smudge of what you once were. But choose while it's still real to you.
But I never took the time to think about us.
What's there to think about? It's a feeling, Alex. When I first met you, I thought you were a hot guy and maybe you'd be the one. I never actually decided you were the love of my life. But it seems you were. It's just...
There's so many things.
I know. I remember my favourite Sunday.
You have a favourite Sunday?
It was the day after the carnival.
Yes, I got very drunk.
Margaritas at the salsa club. Shall I choose for us?
You want me to spend eternity with a hangover?
You were okay.
Okay. Let's do it.
I remember. It was a Sunday afternoon in my bedroom. I was sharing with that aging socialist and his hippie wife at the time.
Yeah, and wafting up from the kitchen is the smell of that awful mung bean broth he insisted on making us.
It's bright out, and we haven't left the bed all day. Hey you, don't I get any of the bed?
It's not my fault this thing's built for midgets.
What do you want to do today?
I'm already doing it.
Yes. Let's do absolutely nothing.
Good, good.
And somewhere in the haze of that utterly lazy afternoon, it was all there. I can feel your heartbeat and my own. And then you said it so quietly, as if I wasn't meant to hear, like it was a thought you accidentally said out loud.
I love you.
I love you.
Where did she go? What happened?
Where do you think?
I don't know. I was supposed to go too.
Then why didn't you?
I don't know. I wanted to.
When you met her, you said she was the one.
She was. I wanted her to be. I wanted to feel completely overwhelmed.
But you didn't.
There were lots of good moments, great moments, but I just can't think of a moment that really...
Then choose a moment with somebody else. Quickly. Any moment at all.
I had a lot of good moments, okay moments. Why isn't okay good enough for you?
Why doesn't the camera flash, eh? Because it's connected to your gut, and apparently okay isn't good enough for you.
That's not true. What are my pathetic memories to you? I wanted to race spikes.
Why do you think I'm still here?
I don't understand.
No, but I'm rather afraid you will, and all too soon. Please, choose something. Think on it. Wanting.
I can't. You couldn't choose either. All this time I've been thinking you were some kind of angel of death, but you're just like me. Is this what happens then? If you don't choose?
This and worse. Without thoughts, without recollections to accompany you. Or nothing. I've listened to your stories as I've listened to thousands of others, hoping in some way they would remind me, bring back some faint image of my life, a second chance to decide. From the moment I saw you, there was something familiar about you. I thought your memory could be the one. Choose!
I'm trying!
96.
No!
97. Don't stay in the void.
I can't see!
98.
Nothing! Nothing's good enough!
99. Time's up. Sorry to have kept you all waiting. There's been a bit of a backlog. Well, backlog's the wrong word really, since time doesn't exactly. Welcome to death.